Good.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Hello everyone and welcome to another DHanHan video. My name's DHanHan and today we're going to be looking at a Tracer player on Numbani. Alright, so this is probably a silver lobby based on where the enemy team is positioned currently. Our pathing here seems a little confusing, to say the least, because we have 20 seconds has passed and we have went from this area to this high ground as our fastest character in the game. Instead, I would have liked us to use our blinks maybe to get us over here, maybe behind the enemy team here. Perhaps we could have triple blinked through over here and now we're behind the enemy team. But instead we've been kind of standing up here and we've already lost our Sigma. That shows that we need to up our efficiency with pathing. Okay, so now we're waiting. We chose to shoot at the tank, which is the person that you should not shoot at, especially when there are four other targets that we could have shot at, all of which would be able to die in one clip. We shot the tank, which, you know, didn't die, isn't ever going to die, so why even do it? And we're waiting. Okay, just wasted a recall, so now we can't go in for 10 seconds. We have been kind of inactive for the first minute of this game. But even then, we're trying to fight a front flank. Tracer's better on back flanks. If you flank from behind, remember, you can't get shot at. Good. Good. We wasted our time attacking a Junkrat that we could have one-clipped his tire. Good news is he blew up his tire prematurely, so, you know, nothing happened there. Yeah, I'm just seeing a lot of pathing that just isn't required. Like, why would we go up to high ground there? It's not really necessary. Why are we backing up from Kiarisa when we stuck her? Cool. I'd probably try to go for more picks here. As one of the fastest people in the game, you really don't want to be sitting on the cart with your team. Instead, now that we've got Kiarisa, maybe I'll blink through here, maybe I'll go up here, and I'll stage myself to be here for the next fight, or maybe I'll be here for the next fight. Somewhere that I'm going to already be flanking, and the enemy team's not going to know where I'm located. Us going back here is kind of going to give the enemy team space, and if I were to guess, I think the enemy team stops us here, when we could have pushed them all the way to here. Still not really doing a whole lot with our pathing. We're now AFK. Not even really scouting for the enemy. We don't really know what they're up to. And now we're scared, so we all back up. It's like a 4v5. Just lost our Sojourn in the time that we have not shot a single bullet this fight. This is good. 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 Yeah, it looks like a lot of the things that we're doing, we're just like taking way too long to decide on our decisions. Like, what are we doing now? We should just be pushing forward. Instead, we're pathing to this high ground. Could have meleeed him. There we go. Unlucky with the stick. I'm okay with pushing out the Orisa. She looks like she could die there. That's good. Just start focusing someone. Cool. And now the Kiriko, hopefully. Can probably melee her. Nice. Watch for that. I don't think the recall was necessary. Now that Orisa doesn't have Fortify, we can probably push and punish her. Instead, we kind of let the enemy team regroup there. We do well getting the Cassidy. It looks like we just need to group up here. This looks like a bit of a stagger. Okay. Still not grouping up, so we're just staggering. We're probably going to be staggering for the next 2 minutes if I had to guess. Yep, Lucio's dead. Nice. I believe recall takes you back, I think 4 seconds from where you were. So instead, just go back here. Maybe it's 3 seconds. 3.5? 3.5 seconds on the recall. Nice. Nice, and then again, take the free space that's given to us. Big double. That's okay, we can get the Cassidy. Nice. We can get the Orisa. We are using recall too much to protect us from ultimates. Blink does the job too. Recall's more so to get yourself some health back. Or if you feel like you went to a dead end with your blinks, and recall all the way back. There we could have just blinked twice over here, now we're out of the Orisa ult. But instead we recalled, and we died because of it. Yeah, now we're just not grouping up, so we're not going to get that cap. Unless we see 9. We're not going to see 9 though. Yeah, no, they're all on cart. We had 10 seconds, why did we touch? We had 10 seconds, we should have just waited here for like 7 and then go touch when 3 seconds were left. We kind of wasted all of our abilities on point. 10 seconds to go, so, we couldn't get the last contest into overtime. Recall wasn't necessary, but hey. Oh, yeah, nope. Oh good, we dueled. We are just all over. I'm gonna tell you didn't need to drop to low ground there at all. We could have stayed up here. Could have broke the pylon from here, pushed out this Kiriko up here, and then just like push out these other people from high ground, maybe dash over here and do the same thing. We didn't ever need to touch. Us dropping down to here just gives us like no cover, and we're kind of just like zipping around point like a sitting duck. So good on you to get out, but our entire engage here, we kind of went in by ourselves against 5 people, so it's no wonder that they turned on us, shot us out, and then made us have to hit recall and get out of there. Instead, kind of wait until the payload gets to like here or so, where the enemy team is more invested in the fight, and then we can try and go get easier picks. You just kind of like, you flank too early, so you're forced out of recall and everything before the fight even started. And now we're gonna go and try to do it again. But us doing that long rotation again has already kind of yielded the enemy team space. Could have just zipped around that. I've been giving the enemy team a 4v5 because of how AFK we've been. Okay, so now our team's just not grouped up, so we should be backing up now. There's no need to push forward. Yep, group up with the team. We want to be looking at our team though to make sure our team is grouped up. We spent way too long not touching cart though. At some point we should have realized, oh shoot, we need to touch cart because we could have easily zipped through and touched this back cart here. Especially now, no one's looking at the back cart. We could easily just be on cart, stalling it out. Even when he pops high noon, now that we're here, we can just zip over, stick him, come back over here. The payload wouldn't have reached a checkpoint there, would have just been stopped. We could have gotten to Cassidy and the Junkrat. Did I win? No, I don't think this is a win. I think it's a loss. Melee? We can melee a lot of people that are getting low too. I see that we don't do that a lot. Junkrat can die. Lari now. This is a lot of AFK moving. We're like not doing anything. I would rather us do a lot more because if the enemy team realized that we were just tracer and we weren't doing anything, they could definitely push through and, you know, destroy our team. Melee. And even though we got that pick, like, our AFK is causing the enemy team to actually get a lot more value. Oh. Okay. Yeah, so the time that we've spent kind of sitting back there, we haven't really done anything. The enemy team has been getting picks and stuff, and we haven't been even harassing back here. And then like blinking off into cover to get health packs and then harassing more. We've just kind of like let the enemy team fight. And then if our team does better, then we're doing great and we join in. Or the enemy team rolls up my team, and then we join in, and then we lose that. So I just want you to try and be harassing the enemy team, but not engaging too much into them. Just enough to like poke them out. Reese is not who we should be shooting at here. Let's try to get a Junkrat or a Cassidy. Big tire. So big thing is going to be just try to increase your action time. There's a lot of times we're just sitting there, and a big thing that you can do to increase that is just look at what your team's doing. If your team's fighting, you should be fighting. If your team's not fighting, you shouldn't be fighting. We're also really bad at scouting. A lot of the time that we have been sitting there AFK, we don't know where anyone is because we haven't really scouted anything, which makes it very tricky on like what routes we can take, what routes we can't take, because we don't know who is where. That's kind of what I got for you. Hope it helps. As always, happy climbing.